joke the entire season to think it wasn't going to happen. But our lady, our woman, our hooper, Caitlin Clark is the unanimous, no kidding, Rookie of the Year. Was it ever really a competition? I mean, seriously, I get that Angel Reese hung on and is hanging on for dear life to Caitlin Clark. I mean, she is trying, and, well, because of DEI, we got to get her out there. We got to get her on the cover of Sports Illustrated. We don't want anybody saying we're racist. So you got to talk about Angel Reese. Angel Reese's team stunk. She really wasn't very good other than rebounding, but I'm not even talking about Angel Reese. Let's talk about the person who got what she deserved. The first team WNBA. Well, how about that in your rookie year? In your rookie year, all the hate going on yesterday, that idiot Carrington poked her in the eye. I don't know whether it was on purpose or not, but I know a lot of players, myself included, that knew how to do that on purpose if you wanted to. She is the Rookie of the Year. Let's look at all of the accolades given to Caitlin Clark. Unanimous Rookie of the Year. Seriously. Like, we told you way back that the betting markets had taken Caitlin Clark, WNBA Rookie of the Year, off the board. Like, there was no Caitlin Clark, WNBA Rookie of the Year, minus 100, 200. There was none. Because this was the easiest thing ever. Ever. All WNBA first team. Now, here's what I like about it. You know what I like about it? Didn't start that way. 1-9. Didn't start that way at all. And I got to tell you, it certainly finished that way. Now, they're going to get swept in the playoffs. They got beat. Connecticut Sun got them game one. They're going to get beat. They're not quite there yet. But the only reason they're in the playoffs is because of that lady right there. Now, having said all that, first team All-WNBA, wonder if a first team All-WNBA player should make the Olympic team if the OGs, the crazy-ass lesbians, the crazy-ass OGs, the crazy-ass sexist, racists of the WNBA that did not make the WNBA anywhere notable over 27 years hadn't been so jealous, hadn't been so hateful, hadn't been so exclusive as opposed to inclusive, hadn't been, frankly, so ridiculous. Let's hearken. I'm hearkening today. There is hearkening. I'm hearkening back to when Angel Reese's teammate Kennedy Carter knocked Angel Reese, cheapest of all cheap shots. And what did Angel Reese and her teammates do? They celebrated it. Now, they can all sit there and call out others. Remember the democratic liberal way. Call out others for what you are doing. They're talking about racism of Caitlin Clark's fans. I think that Angel Reese and those claiming racism among Caitlin Clark's fans are actually the ones participating in the racism by celebrating an assault on the court. But I digress.
I love when he says that, but I digress. And look, let's talk about the Rookie of the Year situation. Look, we all knew that was happening. We all knew that was going to happen. And he's right. All WNBA first team. She should have been on the Olympic team, and everybody's going to continue to say it. She should have been on this Olympic team. But no, you had ESPN, Andrea Carter, Malika Andrews, Sinead Aguamake, all these people, Gino, Don, she's not ready. Oh, she's not in the top 12 of this league, and she doesn't have the talent to be on that roster. Dude, if you guys have not checked out the video on Game Day Uncut, my other channel, where I did a video yesterday about the ESPN take on with Shannon Sharp, Stephen A, Andrea Carter, and Molly, you have to go watch that video. One of the best videos I've seen them do, and they were held accountable, and Stephen A and Shannon Sharp spot on. So all of this right here proves and continues to prove why Caitlin Clark should have been on that team. And it's not only, the question is, do you want to grow the WNBA? Yes or no? If you did, you should have taken Caitlin Clark. Now, she has proven why she should have been on that roster as well. And people are going to say, oh, you can't judge by, it was already there. She should have been on the roster, period. She was outplaying Diana Taurasi, and Chelsea Gray didn't even play but one game. Should have been on the roster, period. Period. Unanimous Rookie of the Year. We all knew that was happening. And it's you have to stop putting Angel Reese and her next to each other when it comes to Rookie of the Year and all that stuff, or being in the same caliber of player. You can't. Caitlin Clark is in the top 5 of this league. She's first team. She's up there with Stewie, Asia, Collier, the players of that caliber. Caitlin Clark is up there already. She's far levels above these rookies right now. Sorry, that's just the truth. It's the truth.
This is not the time for that. Caitlin Clark finished fourth. We told you this was going to happen too. We told you by the end of the year she would be a serious contender for the WNBA
Get it together.
MVP award. Say that 3 times. She wasn't going to win. Asia Wilson, America's most immature star, most immature MVP, was going to win. But she did get, 6 third-place votes, 26 fourth-place votes, 22 fifth-place votes. That's pretty good. That's really good. So, what does this all mean? Well, it means that guys like Gina Auriemma and others, Diana Taurasi, that said she was going to get her comeuppance, weren't exactly right. See, you got to watch the actual game, and you got to watch it with unbiased. That's why I've become the most popular talk show host in the history of talk radio and now streaming, because I watch the game without bias, and I tell you what the hell is going to happen. People say I hate, people say I love. No, I just watch, give you my reaction. It's what smart people do. And I got to tell you, this show is nothing if not smart. You know, Nick and I on Monday will wear black. We'll celebrate our team's wins, our losses, whatever. But this show's smart. We are without bias. No bias. Zero bias. We would actually love the OG, lesbian, sexist, racist WNBA women if they hadn't been exactly what I just said. We would love them. We're all in on it. Nobody talks about the WNBA more than us, but we just call it what it is. All right. We'll go back to this. Season's over. Indiana, regular season attendance records. Listen to this. This is a bit stunning to me. Although, well, no, there is no although. I wrote down an although, but I'm not even going to give you, just watch, give you my reaction. It's what smart people do. And I got to tell you, this show is nothing if not wins. Zero backs that. See this, though. I wrote down an although, but I'm not even going to give you an although because as I looked at it, I thought to myself, there is no although. This should never happen. Except for Caitlin Clark. The Fever averaged 4,066, in attendance last year. This year, 17,035. The Pacers averaged 15,600 last year. This year, 16,528. They beat the Pacers. This is a basketball state now. We'll go to basketball games. We like basketball. We don't really attend high school basketball games. People think we do, but that's a farce. We don't anymore.
That should show you right there the Caitlin Clark effect. The Indiana Fever averaged more attendance this year than the NBA team in their city. So Caitlin Clark doesn't have an effect. Caitlin Clark is not the WNBA, huh? Caitlin Clark doesn't have the proper fan base. If you're going to average more than your NBA team in your city, that is a big eye-opener. Huge eye-opener. Chicago Sky aren't doing that with the Bulls. Sparks aren't doing that with the Lakers. There's probably no WNBA team out there doing that. Besides Vegas, because there's no team. So, I honestly, this is mind blowing when you look at it. And you could say, oh, there's no nothing. Caitlin Clark is in the building. Caitlin Clark is here to stay. Caitlin Clark would have did this on any team probably. Any team she would have went to, Caitlin Clark would have did the same thing. Maybe not the Lakers and big markets like that, but it's Indiana. And regardless, it's an NBA team. This is outstanding. This is crazy. Never seen this before, bro.
But the long story of it, or the long and the short of it, is I cannot believe, if you've lived in this state, there is no chance that you would ever, and I mean ever, thought that the Fever, who are literally, I'm telling you, 2 years ago, when I had my other radio show in Indy, I went the entire summer. Now, think about summers in Indiana. There is no football. Well, you know what I mean. There is no baseball. I went the entire summer and did not know the Fever played a game. Did not mention the Fever until the season was over, and my producer said, hey, Dan, did you know the Fever's last game was yesterday? That's 2 years ago. Now, last year during the fever season, I didn't do a show. This year, it's all I talk about because it's interesting. It's fascinating. It's fun. Fever's average attendance higher than 5 NBA teams. Hornets, Pacers, Grizzlies, Hawks. No, seriously. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen again next year.
Sorry, I was muted. I didn't even see that. Fever's average is higher than 5 NBA teams this year. The Hornets, the Pacers, the Grizzlies, and the Hawks. Oh my gosh. The Indiana Fever average more attendance than 5 NBA teams. Wow. And they averaged 4,000 last year. And it was probably worse the year before that. Now imagine if they played in an arena that held 25,000 people a game. It probably would be higher than that. Let's be honest. We saw what Caitlin Clark could do in college. I think she packed out 55,000 plus fans in a football arena, stadium. This is huge right here. This is eye-opener. This is business. This is investors. They're looking at this like, ooh-wee. This is what they did in 1 year? 1 year. This is crazy, bro. And this is a long shot, but imagine if they won the championship this year. This is a long shot, but just imagine. City would go on fire, bro. On fire. This is crazy, bro. This is really, really eye-opening, and I hope a lot of people get to understand this chart right here. So that just shows you, man, Caitlin Clark owns the league. She runs the league. There's no other team getting close to this. None. Doesn't matter. If Caitlin Clark is done on Wednesday and the Fever, they're done on Wednesday, the NBA is done. It ends that day. When the Indiana Fever are out of the playoffs, the WNBA ends that day. Whatever happens after that, that's great. You'll get a couple Instagram posts or whatever, but it ends. That's just what it is. Nobody else is interested. They're interested in Caitlin Clark. They're going to be wondering what's Caitlin Clark doing after. Where's Caitlin Clark playing in the off time? What is she going to be doing? What's going to happen with the Fever? Are there going to be any trades? That's what people are going to want to know next. Not who plays this and plays that. There's going to be a small percentage. But the golden ticket's Caitlin Clark. And it proves it right here in the numbers. The numbers do not lie. Wow. This is crazy. So I don't even know how to title this because this is huge in itself. And then what Dan's talking about back here, you know, obviously first team, WNBA, that's we're talking about Caitlin Clark, the one that everybody doubted. Doing this as a 22-year-old rookie. This is dominant to me. This is dominant to me. This is MVP status to me. Regardless of what she did in the season, what she's done for the league is what should matter. Whatever she does in the season, that's just a cherry on top. They already won. This was a winning season for the WNBA. In the Fever, this is win. This is that's a win right there. City done made money. Team made money. Stock went up. I'll take it. That's a win. And it's going in the right direction. Now, don't mess it up. So, look, man, I'm going to have to stop this video right here. I got to jump on a different hard drive. I will continue this video possibly. Let's see how much more information he has. And, yeah, man, shout out to Dan. And, by the way, make sure you guys go check out Game Day Uncut. I got that video with Stephen A. Smith, the ESPN joint. You guys will love that take. Make sure you guys go check it out. Besides that, look, man, it's your boy CEO Connor. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Welcome to Game Day Network. I will have plenty of content throughout the week. I appreciate you guys. Drop a comment. I will get back to your comments. I got a lot to talk about. Something that just happened that you guys will find very funny. And now it makes my point even more valid. So I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.